Hey everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. If this is your first time watching the live stream, there it is. Looking for my glove. See, I normally wear this when I'm drawing. Anyways, where was I? Just
Big breaking news out of the US now. Meta and Google.
Not doing that. All right, that's better. Anyway, hello to everyone out there. Oh, this pen's a bit ruddy. Let's break out a new one. These are the normal pens that I use. For mostly Japanese calligraphy. They produce a very good brush tip because it's an actual brush. Oh, one moment. Just checking something. It's a good excuse to not be on my phone as well, even though I'm technically using 3 of them at the same time. So I haven't done one of these in a couple of months, and you'd be surprised just how quickly the time gets away from you. Like seriously, like granted I was overseas for a fairly decent chunk of the early part of the year. Yeah, 4 months can just absolutely fly by. Even though January kind of felt like its own decade. So usually when I've been on a longer than average break from uploading content, I just sort of wade back into it by posting some video game stuff, usually recording some B-roll. I'm not sure if I want to do that anymore going forward. Like, it's a little distracting and it kind of eats into what I really want to pursue. I mean, I am willing to change it up as needed, but right now, no, not that one. That one's not appropriate for what I need it for. So this one here, find where the seam is. Yep, here we go. Little tab on that. Yeah, the ultra fine detail. Working this way helps with the accuracy. It's weird when life gets in the way. Because you have this preconceived notion about, achievements and everything like that, but realistically, you can only reach a certain plateau, and that's pretty much it. I watched this interesting, video essay about the movie Amadeus, which is absolutely brilliant. It's like one of the coolest examples of a period biopic about music ever. Like it's completely fictional retelling of the story of Mozart and stuff, and it has all these montages of what he was like as a young man and even as a kid when he was a prodigy and stuff, and all the stories are largely embellished or exaggerated or didn't happen at all, and that's pretty standard in terms of how a good biopic is made. Because I mean, if a biopic, especially ones that come out today, features anything that didn't happen or was like exaggerated to make it seem more important than it was, it's much more difficult to get away with because quite often the subject of the biopic, usually the musician that's at the heart of it all, is usually still alive, and their career has been very well documented. So a lot of the issues that happen, uh, you know, fictional, and they happen behind the scenes, and you know, it's stuff that was just purely put in there by the director and the writers and stuff to make it seem more dramatic than it was. For instance, in Bohemian Rhapsody, like they wanted to make it seem like um, what's it called? Live Aid was like a real big deal for the band Queen. But in reality, like they just treated it like a bigger than average gig, but still just a gig. Like a lot of the acts that went on that particular tour, they've been professional for a long time. So yeah, I mean these stories are just full of intentional dramatic inaccuracies, and Amadeus is literally no different in that regard. But yeah, Amadeus in many respects um, does kind of prove that highly skilled, highly talented people only have like so much of a gift. And they can train and progress and make little incremental improvements, but at the end of the day, like, there will always be somebody better. And Amadeus absolutely proves that. So the performances are really, really good. I can't remember the actor who plays Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, but the guy that plays Antonio Salieri, absolutely brilliant. Because it's the story's been told from his perspective, because like he's like an old man, you know, in like the equivalent of a nursing home, and he's dying and stuff, and like there's a priest that comes and talks to him, to help him get his affairs in order and stuff. I can't remember exactly how the movie goes. It's been a while since I actually haven't seen the whole thing. I've only seen like little bits of it and clips. Because when that movie first came out, I just remember looking at the cover and being kind of awed and a little bit intimidated by it. I remember seeing it on the shelf at the local video store, and the cover art for Amadeus is very iconic. Like, you got that guy wearing like the masquerade, like party mask, holding up his hands and looking directly into the camera. Like, it's like the premise of it is mysterious. Like, there's intrigue and some crazy stuff going on in the background. I might have to repair that eye. Just a tick. It's all slowly coming together. Love adding these little embellishments along the way. You hear in the background, just in the distance, the screeching of cockatoos. Today was dominated by the sounds of construction. Heavy machinery. Next door neighbour is renovating at the moment. Move this a little bit closer so y'all can see what I'm doing. See, sometimes I get a brief that is just really, really cool. And this is absolutely one of them. Normally I draw like, pretty plain vanilla kind of subjects. It's nice to get a little bit of variety along the way, like not too much. Like I find if the weird is, too frequent, it becomes a routine. This is kind of cartoon shorthand. Been drawing professionally for so long that kind of developed this sort of way of drawing like a doctor might write a prescription, but you still want to keep it as coherent as you possibly can. See, fast line work helps sell the idea that there's a lot of motion going through the drawing. made it to the first just over half hour. So it's definitely stayed hot. I don't remember such a prolonged summer here in Sydney. as we've been experiencing this year. Honestly, kind of strange. Like, I always struggle a bit this time of year when it comes to figuring out whether or not I need a coat. Because autumn sort of feels a little bit like summer going through menopause. Like, it's hot, it's cold, it's needlessly emotional and indecisive about what it wants. You always feel just a little bit silly and blindsided when you think it's going to go one way and it goes completely opposite. Maybe that's just me. Oh, man. This one's coming together relatively quickly. See, in the past, I would have made a bunch of, promises to whoever was listening. Hey, yeah, I'll be back to uploading, more live streams, and I'll be way more dedicated to putting out content and stuff like that. And then before you know it, 2 weeks have gone by. I haven't even put up a community post, and I'm sitting there wondering why I'm losing subscribers. It's like, oh, maybe I should be a little bit more thoughtful about promising stuff. Everything seems to be plugged back in. Almost at the 45-minute mark. I would just like to express my gratitude and thank you to the new subscribers. See, the goal for the next couple of uploads is to get to 150 on YouTube. There's a fair amount of detail in this one. I mean, it looks like there's a fair amount of detail, but to me, there really isn't. I'm liking how this one's looking. Okay, I just bodied up that keyboard there, but I'll fix that later. It's all fixable in post. Yeah, I'm gonna spend definitely the next couple of months predominantly indoors. That's looking good. Very nice. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out the live stream. It's only going to be a short one for this evening, as I've got a whole bunch of other stuff sort of waiting in the wings. And I'm trying to get like the perfect like balance going here. So yeah, until next time, which will actually be relatively soon, I will be posting more updates and definitely putting up more content. But in the meantime, I'm going to bail for tonight, and I will see you when I see you. See ya.